What are the 6 pillars of self-esteem? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam and I want to make self-growth normal. If you want to make self-growth normal, because people shouldn't have to look this information up, it should just be mainstream knowledge, then make sure to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Now look, this is based on the actual book, The 6 Pillars of Self-Esteem by Nathaniel Branden. I reviewed it, I think, sometime last week. I'm going to drop a link to my review in the description, as well as an affiliate link to the book below if you want to check it out and read the reviews. Look, I can tell you story after story, example after example. As far as anecdotes, probably not enough could ever be said about these. But I do just want to give out some more info on what the actual 6 pillars of self-esteem are, what they mean, and their definitions. So here we go. The first pillar of self-esteem is living consciously. You ever feel like you're just like sleepwalking through life? There's this idea that most of us actually just sleepwalk through our existences. To live consciously means to act on what you see and know. You might not like it, but you do know what you want does not alter what already happened. A good book with more info on this, and one that you could probably read to a 6-year-old comprehensively, is called Who Moved My Cheese? And Who Moved My Cheese is about a lot more than that, but what it's not about, believe it or not, is, I mean, it is about cheese, but when I say cheese, I'm not actually talking about straight up cheese. The second pillar of self-esteem is self-acceptance. Self-esteem is something that we experience. Self-acceptance is something we do. It's a natural eagerness and a birthright of every human being. You know, you value yourself, you respect yourself before you wreck yourself. Ice Cube reference, unfortunately not very applicable, but someone who checks him or herself probably respects him or herself. By accepting yourself, you can call a hotline to avoid making a terrible decision. By acknowledging your feelings, you're being selfish in the noblest sense. Acknowledging your feelings, accepting them, and moving forward, and doing that over and over again if you need to. An interesting tip from the book is, if you refuse to accept your anger, try accepting your refusal to accept your anger. It sounds weird, but it's a lot easier to do, and you can definitely start with that. The third pillar of self-esteem is self-responsibility. This one's actually more self-explanatory than any other. You're holding yourself accountable and responsible for your life and work. When something goes wrong, you ask yourself what you can do about it. Other people are not your servants, and people don't owe you anything. You have to take responsibility for yourself. And it may take some stoicism on your part to make this happen every day. It's not easy to start doing. Like,
okay, what needs to be done about this?
Sometimes you need to accept how you're feeling, but it all takes practice. The fourth pillar of self-esteem is self-assertiveness. Believe it or not, what you need and what you want actually matter. It's crazy to think about, right? And it's weird to say it out loud about yourself too. A lot of us serve others, but we might just not owe them anything. It's important to let others know what we stand for. It's important to set boundaries and what we think, and this might not be very easy either. Probably not any of these are that easy to just adopt like that. Because a lot of us grow up and build this impression throughout our childhoods that, you know, no one cares what he thinks, no one cares what she has to say. That hurts. And it's small moments like that. I've definitely been there. Maybe it was at school or summer camp or extracurriculars or all three. But you can try this. People are more likely to respond and comply with what you want when you explain very briefly why you need it. Because by doing that, you give them a chance to emphasize with it and relate to it first before reacting. This is ridiculously powerful, and if you don't agree, please just at least consider trying it. I swear you will be surprised. To assert yourself it's to do a few things. 1, state a fact or belief, confidently or forcefully. 2, cause others to recognize by confident or forceful behavior. And 3, behave or speak in a confident or forceful manner. Self-assertiveness is the assertion of your consciousness into the world. The dark sides of assertiveness, you know, the dark sides of being forceful and confident, those might be another video topic. But the fifth pillar of self-esteem is living purposefully. This one's my favorite. Living with a purpose is not common for people. You don't see it every day in everyone. You take time to think about your goals. You write them down every day, even maybe multiple times. You break them down into small pieces and you constantly monitor them to make sure that what you do all the time is in alignment with your goals. My goal is to make self-growth normal. I write down my goals every day, and I hope you do too. The sixth pillar of self-esteem, the final pillar of self-esteem, is personal integrity. Integrity is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, and I've paid attention to this over the last several years since I got into, the American workforce. Why do I talk so much in my videos about my experience with the American workforce like I've been doing it for 30 years? It's felt like 30 years, but I still feel like I'm 12. In a way, it's strange. But I've paid a lot of attention to this over the years, and people who openly care about integrity and look for it, they will notice it because they're looking for it. You might have so much integrity that when you get a paper cut, integrity just comes out of your skin. If that describes you, you just might qualify for this medication. I'm just kidding. But, I mean, maybe not just any medication. Anyway, if that describes you, if your sense of integrity is strong enough, people who don't actively look for integrity in others will probably notice it. And they'll mention it. They'll mention it in a positive review. They'll mention it to you before they write the positive review. You get more of what you focus on, and that's the type of fact that if you try to disprove it, you're only going to further validate its trueness. But those are the 6 pillars of self-esteem. Let me know what you guys think. Have you tried them out? What is your experience with them? Did you guys get the chance to check out the book? If so, please let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. Also, let me know what you thought of this video. You could tell me if it sucked. You can tell me if I did a good job. But I hope you guys found value in it. If you did, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe, because I don't get why people watch to the end of my videos and they don't subscribe, but if you have and you want to turn it up just a notch and turn on that notification bell to get a notification every time I drop a new video, that would mean the world to me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You can find me everywhere, and I will see you then.